My name is Marcus Strutz. I'm the owner of Back to Chiropractic Continuing Education Seminars. We are in the United States in California, and we provide continuing education courses for chiropractors in the state of California for them to be relicensed. We have myself and probably about 20 other chiropractors who write online materials to take for tests, and we also have about 7 or 8 of us who give live Zoom video conferencing seminars 10 times a month in California as well. We've been doing this since 2010, and I've been lecturing for 25 years. Well, we have an online class, and our first testing system that I came up with was Microsoft Word, and so we had all these tests, and people would buy exams from us, and we'd email them the class notes, and we'd email them a test, and they would email it to us back. And so I had to go through and review every one of them by hand. And then if they passed, then I'd have to copy and paste their name into a template certificate and then make it a PDF and attach it to an email and send them that PDF. And that would take me hours a day because we had 500-600 people a month. So 20 to 30 a day, and just sitting there forever, just kind of doing the whole thing. And then one day a doctor said, there's got to be a better way than that. As the company grew, I was like, okay, we need something different. So I started taking a look around and seeing what kind of electronic stuff there was, and there wasn't a lot that fit my system. We have 50 to 70 online courses. They're all different. They all need a different certificate, and they all need to be specific for that person. And so to find a company that could host the tests and make the test automated and kick out a certificate that I could customize, I could just find this one. This was the only company I could find that would do that at that level. There are plenty of companies that could do little bits and pieces of it, and so that was huge. They had good support, and that helped a lot. And so then once I got it up and running, now it's easy. Now integrating the Zoom classes, and there's a participation exam, and so I've modified that several times, and I download what happened on Zoom and I see all the participants, and then I take the Easy LMS spreadsheet and I download that and I cross-reference it to make sure that the participants were on Zoom at the same time they took the LMS test. And the LMS test has a start time and an end timestamp on it, which is cool because that shows me exactly when that person was online with us. Did they start class on time, and did they finish on time? And I can set how strict I want them to be for them to pass. So they need 85% to pass, so there's 20 questions, so they can miss 3 questions. But I can change that to whatever I want. It has saved me probably 50 to 70 hours a month of work. So good stuff. The most important thing for me was the customization and automation of the certificate, because I didn't have to do it by hand anymore. And the other thing that was cool, the timestamp was huge. So all of our materials had to be dated. So I looked a lot, and I could not find another company that did all of those things. Many companies did most of those or some of those, but not all of them. So if you look from the doctor's side, what they had to do in my previous system is they would have to take a test, write down all the answers, type all the answers into an email. So they'd be typing forever and then sending it and then waiting for the certificate. And we always turn the certificate in 24 hours. Now the certificate's done in 5 seconds. As soon as they're done with the test and click on that last question, they can immediately download the certificate. The doctor has 2 chances to get the certificate. 1, at the end of the test, big fat red button that says download certificate. 2, it gets emailed to them. So I say 99.9% of the doctors loved it, and then that other 0.1% loved it once they figured out. Even the non-tech people, it was pretty easy for them to use. The amount of time it saves those doctors is incredible. They're very happy with it for sure. Some of my competitors in California are like, how are you doing that? Like, and I don't tell them. So we're holding out. Some of my competitors are still having people mail stuff on a sheet of paper. It took 10 days before I got a response. It's like, okay. But yeah, anyone who would need that system, it's absolutely great. I can't imagine all the testing issues that there are. And I work with a college here in San Francisco Bay Area in California. So I'm trying to get them to switch over because it handles almost every situation you can imagine. I think so many companies say, well, there's only one way to do this, and that's how we're doing it. And it's like, okay, so what if I had to do it that way? I don't know how old Easy LMS is, but definitely they continue to add on features, and I think that's cool. And so at this point, I think we've got everything we wanted and more, and so it's cool. And so we're still here. I think I've been with you guys for 3 years now, something crazy like that. So We now give about 1,000 tests a month. Yeah, probably over 1,000 tests a month. So, and it handles it no problem. So it's pretty cool.